Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's Jackson to throw.
To the right side into the hands of Flowers.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Jackson going to keep it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
It's up time, partner. This is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There he goes, right side.
How about this? He's to the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second and a couple.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A running play, it's Dowdle.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go now. 70.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Liking 18.
Back to throw here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Yeah, they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46.
To throw is Jackson.
too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Lamar changing the look. In motion, the tight end. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. And a first down.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jackson now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10.
Go! Gravity Lions! Mustang 19!
They'll look to throw here. They'll find Metcalf. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
3rd and 3.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Oswald good with the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Here we go on 2nd and 12. A quick throw, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hawk 70, 19 tight, 19 tight.
They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it situation, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That's to the tight end, Mallory. A gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here that's close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Get it!
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 8.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
They'll try to run this one in. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Let's go! Let's go!
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. In motion goes the tight end. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 24-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
24 yards.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's second down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Now Lamar changing the play. Now Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
On the ready. Smash, smash. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive the coach crazy.
Parker, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
60 by 6. Cougar 19.
Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Back to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Steelers' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
At the 45-yard line.
Check the Eagles. Check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cougar 19.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Come on. Come on. 6, 7, 9. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Ready.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Get it. Panthers 60. Panthers, Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense.
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
70 Lions. Viking 18. Go.
Now they will throw it here with Rudolph. And it's caught. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Sack. Mustang 19. Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Rudolph now to throw. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point now by Boswell. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
No. We change it. No, we change it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Jackson now. And now here's another interception.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Cup 19. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18.
Rudolph going to look to throw it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Sit hot, not. Sit hot. 180. 180. And it's hot. Go right here. No, we changed it. Sit hot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what,